Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kaleb Dworsky. My partners are Purnell and Danielle Tobler, and together we have created TechTrek. TechTrek is our capstone project that attempts to solve two issues. One, improve the job search process for current Codeup students, and two, improve the resume revision workflow for Codeup members of placement. Now, this project came about after we identified a pain point with current Codeup students. During the job search process, there's a lot of information in a lot of different places, and it's really easy to lose track of where you are and what needs to be done next. We reached out to members of Codeup's placement team and realized they had the same pain point. TechTrek tackles both of those pain points for both parties by doing the following. For students, we have resume assistance. The student can upload their resume and then download resume revisions after placement has reviewed them. They can view industry-related job listings and apply to those. They can also view relevant event listings and RSVP to those. Now, as we dive deeper into the site, I'm going to turn this over to Danielle.
Thank you, Kaleb. My name is Danielle Tobler, and I worked on the database design, user reviews, and general CRUD functionality of TechTrek. Today, I'm going to be taking you through the experience as a student user of the site. New users are able to register on the site with their name, username, email, cohort, and password, and will also receive an email verification upon registration. For the sake of time, I'm going to log into my account, which has all my information already input. When I log in, I'm greeted with a dashboard which shows some recent job listings and upcoming events. Clicking on my photo on the sidebar will direct me to my profile page where I can view my name, status as a student, cohort and cohort information, employment availability, and some information about myself, including a summary, my desired work locations, contact information, links to other media, and some skills that I've selected. I can also view my GitHub commit history chart, which is a real-time screenshot mirroring my activity on GitHub. Moving over to the Edit tab, I can upload a profile photo and can add or edit any of the information seen on the previous tab. My Documents tab displays a list of any resumes I've uploaded on this profile. Moving on to the Jobs Listings Index, I can view all listings for junior developer positions populated by the placement team. Each listing includes a title, company logo, and location as well as remote availability information. Clicking on a listing will take us to the individual view where we can see a more detailed description of the listing as well as a link to externally apply. Selecting events on the sidebar will give students a similar experience, listing upcoming event information including a banner image, event title, date, time, and location. Selecting an individual event will display a more detailed description and a link to RSVP. Moving on to the resume portal, we'll see a table of uploaded resumes as well as buttons to either upload a T-block or vertical resume. We can see some resume builder tips with a collapsible section detailing the expectations on each portion of the resume. I'm going to demonstrate uploading a T-block resume at this time. Clicking the T-block button will prompt a modal to pop up instructing me to upload a file. We were able to do this by integrating FileStack, a third-party cloud-based file uploading and storage application. Once my resume is successfully uploaded, my table will dynamically update to show the option to view my uploaded file, file name, resume type, and placement review status. This concludes the student experience of TechTrek. I'm now going to pass this off to Brian to demonstrate the admin functionality of the site.
Thank you, Danielle. My name is Brian Purnell, and I worked on the database design, administrator functionality, and the deployment of TechTrek. I'm going to log in as an administrator to illustrate the difference between logging in as a user and a placement team member. On the placement team member's dashboard, the user data table is at the top of the screen. This table allows the placement team to search through users through all the data that is on the table. You can also edit user accounts. The options available are to enable or disable accounts, edit user status, and to change the user's cohort. Now let's look at the administrator options for job listings. The placement team can browse through all of the jobs just like the users, but they also have the additional option to create a job listing and also to create companies. On this page, they also have the option to delete companies. On the resume section, the placement team can go through all of the resumes that have been uploaded. Here's the resume that was just uploaded by Danielle. Now that there's been revisions done on her resume, Let's upload those revisions. After the file's been uploaded, it sends an email to Danielle to inform her that her resume was revised. Now I'm going to kick it back over to Kaleb to finish it up.
Thank you, Brian. So we're going to log back in as Danielle and take a look at what the resume tab looks like after placement has reviewed the resume. As we can see, we no longer have the delete functionality on the side, and this is to prevent the student from accidentally deleting the revision or any notes attached to it. We have a couple new icons here. We can see that underneath the revision and notes, we have an icon. If we click on the revision icon, we can actually pull up the PDF of the revised changes. The student can look at that, download it, implement the changes into their current resume, and then start the whole process over again where they revise their resume and shoot it off to placement. If placement has any notes, they would go here, and we can implement those changes very easily and very quickly into our resume just to speed up that whole process. And that's what TechTrek is all about, speeding up the process of the job search, the application process for current Codeup students, and to make communication between members of placement and the student very quick and painless. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. If anybody has any questions about the project or anything other, they can reach out to any one of the developers, myself, Kaleb Dworsky, or my partners, Danielle Tobler or Brian Purnell. At the links on our About Us page, just click on the one with the Codeup sign. Thank you for your time.